Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Melissa, the founder of Cruise Shop Save, your go-to resource for making the most of every port stop on your cruise, whether you're sailing soon or just dreaming about your next trip. You are in the right place. If you're cruising to Alaska, which is the height of the season right now, don't forget you can download your free Alaska cruise port maps, your shopping coupons right now at cruiseshopsave.com. These guides will help you save time, save money, save effort, and find the best local experiences, the best local stores, and the best deals in every port. And if you want the VIP treatment, be sure to grab your VIP all access pass. It includes exclusive shopping discounts, insider secrets, cruise port shortcuts, and a full 1 hour cruise port consultation with me. I've spent over 30 years helping cruises explore the best of Alaska, and I can't wait to share that with you. But without further ado, today I'm excited to introduce you to a very special guest, Judy Lam Maxwell, also known as Chinatown Girl. Judy is a historian, a storyteller, and local tour guide in Vancouver, which is a must visit city before or after your Alaska cruise. We'll explore her unique tours, the flavors of Chinatown, and why this experience is the perfect way to start or end your cruise journey. Let's dive in. Hi, Judy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
You look good. I mean, first of all, can I just say, I love that tapestry behind you. That is insane. Where did you
I know
get that? It's
it's
beautiful.
beautiful. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
So,
is that Chinese?
yeah, it's from Chinatown.
Gosh, it's beautiful, beautiful. How old is it?
It's 100 years old.
Is it? Oh my gosh, that is just gorgeous. And what a beautiful place for it. I love tapestries. They're fabulous. Such detail and work goes into it, doesn't it?
Yeah, this was handmade, and it's yeah, silk backing, gold thread. It's it is a treasure. Yes.
It is a treasure indeed, indeed. Well, I hope it's insured. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, first of all, I just want to welcome you to the show. I interview cool people most weeks, and I just really appreciate you saying yes because I know you're a very busy woman, especially this time of year. And
Right.
I always look at your email. We've been emailing back and forth, and I just look at all the things that you do. You volunteer, you're a chairwoman, you're ambassador, and you just must be so busy. So first of all, thank you so much for your time today, and we're going to talk about what you do in Chinatown as Chinatown Girl.
Right.
So tell us about your personal connection to Vancouver, Chinatown, and how you became known to be Chinatown Girl.
So Chinatown Girl is a name that was given to me by a very well-known activist, local historian, author, and I thought it was a great name. And so I used that for my website. And I've been an activist myself and a volunteer in Chinatown for more than 25 years. And
Wow.
then I got a master's degree in history. My focus was on the Chinese Canadian veterans from the Second World War.
Wow.
And I finished my thesis 20 years ago, which was the 60th anniversary since the end of the Second World War. And then this year is 80th. So
Wow.
I wasn't sure what I was going to do after getting a master's. So I started volunteering in the neighborhood, giving tours. And some of the docents for the Chinese Cultural Center were saying things that were inaccurate. So I thought I could do a better job. And then it organically turned into a very successful business. I enjoy, my clients are interesting, smart, worldly. I get a lot of exercise. I get to see people in the community every day. So whenever I walk with people around Chinatown, everybody says hi. They say welcome to my clients, and people are shocked how friendly everybody is. And it has to do with me knowing people for extended period of time. So I've been giving these tours for about 15 years
Wow.
and dumpling making classes for about 10.
Wow.
And
We're
so,
going to talk about that too.
yeah, so the people in the neighborhood like how I've always been a supporter of the neighborhood, that I want to help revitalize the neighborhood. And I'm consistent, and they know that they can rely on me to educate people. So yesterday I gave a tour for 30 students from a school in West Vancouver. And then I also gave a tour for a family of 6 who got off their cruise ship and came directly to Chinatown.
Oh, nice. And
Oh,
so I've just put a oh, sorry. I spoke over you. Sorry.
yeah.
What did you say?
No.
Okay. So you were busy yesterday, but real quick, we've got a couple of people watching us. So if you're watching and you have a question for Judy, just put it in the comments and we can answer. That's number one. Number two, I just put a link to your website in the comments, and that'll go out on Facebook page and also the YouTube channel. And so if somebody, aside from your website, which I put a screenshot up here, it's really cute. I love this website. And it's really straightforward. So if you want the historical Chinatown tours, they can click on this. And also the classes, which we'll talk about, the masterclass in dumplings. We'll talk about that in just a second. But if you were just saying there, a family got off, because this audience is mostly cruisers. I love it that you took a big group of 30 students, and I'm dying to know how that went. That's a lot of students. How old were they?
Grade 10. And the teacher is a repeat client, and he just wrote me a 5-star review about my field trip. And he also said he's going to return next year too. So his students are great and curious. Yeah. And he also tells them that they would not have access to the heritage buildings if it wasn't for me. So they get to see, other people give tours, but I take people inside the heritage buildings.
Oh, wow, that's really special. We're going to show some pictures of the Heritage Building in just a moment, because that is a really spectacular place. And so if someone was coming off a ship or arriving in Vancouver for a couple of nights, which a lot of people do, because Vancouver is such a beautiful place and there's lots to do. But if somebody wanted to find you, apart from your website, where would they go in Chinatown?
Oh, I don't know. If you went to Chinatown to look for me, I might not be there because I don't have a physical office in Chinatown.
Right.
So, but if you asked people if I'm around, anybody could say where I am. I mean, usually I'm with the elders. Sometimes I'm playing mahjong with them. And sometimes I'm just visiting them. Or I could be at a Chinese tea shop.
Okay. And so for people who don't know, what is mahjong?
It's gambling. So the elders do this 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day. It's like poker using tiles instead of cards, and it keeps them sharp. So the wonderful thing about them playing mahjong is that they have purpose every day. They get to see their friends. They get to use their brains. They get to socialize.
Cool.
A lot of older people are isolated, so they get to, it's just really healthy emotionally, mentally.
Okay,
and
cool.
To get to their mahjong rooms, they usually have to walk up flights of stairs, so they get their exercise too.
Great. Sometimes they win and sometimes they don't. And so here's a picture of you giving a walking tour. Oh, let me show it here. And so how long do the tours take roughly?
So they're all customized. If people wanted like a 1-hour tour, that's fine, but they're usually 2 hours. And we go into heritage buildings. We see the elders play mahjong. We
Mhm.
go into a tea shop. We go into an herbal
Mm.
shop. So that's just people tell me what they're looking for, and then I just customize it.
Lovely. Okay. Brilliant. All right. And then aside from the historical walking tours, you also run dumpling making classes. So can you share why food plays an important role in preserving the culture and connecting people?
Well, everybody eats.
True.
Everybody loves dumplings. I mean, sitting down for a meal with people is bonding,
Yeah.
and
True.
making dumplings. People don't realize. Yeah, that's a perfect example. These are all
Hmm.
family members,
Oh,
so it's a
wow.
husband and a wife, and the husband's three sisters and one sister's husband,
Oh,
and we're all
wow.
making dumplings together. And they're just about to leave for an Alaska cruise.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're from the east coast of the US. And then the husband and wife on the left side of the screen are from the Portland area. And so they all met up
Oh,
in
nice.
Vancouver. And they're repeat clients too. I have a lot of repeat clients because I offer different things, different
Right.
experiences. So, yeah.
Right. Lovely.
Yeah, so we all folded together, we all ate together. I had another repeat client the other day, and she said, "You should see my freezer. I have so many dumplings in there." So it's like also handy, to you make them with your friends, you
Yeah.
freeze them, then you come home from work and you just pull them out of the freezer and steam them. So it's
Wow. And
handy.
do you eat them? I love dumplings, but it's very rare that I get to eat them living in the UK.
Right.
You know our, you know our, what our culinary menus are like. Um, so, what do you eat them with? So you just eat them on their own, or would you have salad with them, or?
Oh, you could have like a stir fry vegetables. You could eat them on their own. So when I have my dumpling making classes, I have many different kinds of fillings. It could be like cumin lamb. It could be ground chicken with truffles and water chestnuts.
Oh,
There's always
wow.
vegetables in every dumpling,
Uh-huh.
and um, and I have about 10 different sauces that I offer clients to try.
Wow.
Nice.
So I love this picture, this cute couple making dumplings.
Yeah.
It's such a cute picture. And I'm going to put you on the spot now. I'm so sorry if I'm putting you on the spot, but these sauces sound delicious. Do you
Yeah.
sell them? Do you, yeah?
Some of the sauces I sell, and then
Oh,
I tell people where they can get them if I don't sell them. So,
oh, wow.
and almost all of them are organic, and all the
Wow.
ingredients for my dumplings are free range and organic. And if somebody is vegan, no problem. If somebody
Well,
is
yeah, dumplings.
And if somebody's gluten free, I make the wrappers from scratch for them just
Wow.
so that they can have the experience. So it's perfect for anyone, vegetarian, pescatarian, meat eaters. And then
Wow.
I always ask people about their food allergies and dislikes. Sometimes people don't have pork for religious reasons. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
accommodate.
So you can accommodate everybody. So, and a lot of people don't realize the rich history of Chinatown. And something I always advocate, even when I used to work on cruise ships, is to do something different, try something different, eat the food. And so, do you think people realize how beautiful Chinatown is, the architecture, the history?
I think it's a mysterious place for many people. And most people know
Yeah.
that it has history, but they don't know much about it. So whenever I give a tour, I
Hmm.
start with a brief PowerPoint and I talk about
Mm.
the history of Chinatowns around the world. And then I talk about
Mm.
Vancouver Chinatown. So
Hmm.
I'm a Chinatown
Yes.
specialist. And whenever I travel, I go to places that have Chinatowns.
All right.
I,
'Cause
I
we've got a couple
work,
in the UK.
yeah. And then,
Have you
so
been?
every I travel and I learn more. Like I went to
Wow.
Cuba and I went to the Chinatown in Havana for about 10 days. I did research.
Wow.
There's
Yeah.
a Chinatown in Honolulu, Hawaii,
Yeah.
San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Chicago, Boston,
Wow.
Philly, New York. And then there's like small, almost non-existent Chinatowns across the US because of railroad building or mining.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And so when cruisers are visiting Vancouver for just a day, because we've talked about people flying in a couple of nights before and staying a couple of nights after. So if they're flying in just for the day, and I always say that people should pack it all in, what would you recommend as a must-see, must-do in Chinatown?
Oh, well, food. We have fabulous
Lunch.
restaurants in Chinatown and a
Yeah.
lot of Michelin restaurants. My
Mm.
tours, when I take people into the heritage buildings, it's just incredible. There's some
Mm.
great bars in Chinatown too. There's the Chinese Canadian Museum, there's the Chinatown Storytelling Center, and there's Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden, which is the first
Mm.
Ming Dynasty style garden in North America.
It's beautiful. That is stunning. I'm a big fan of gardens. I think just as I get older, I just really appreciate the work that's gone into it. And I'd love to go visit that because I haven't yet. How do your tours support the local community? You've already mentioned how you're in the Heritage Center a lot and you play, I forgot the word, uh,
Um,
yeah, with the elders. But
right.
how else do you think like bringing tourists that are going on a cruise really enhances the community and vice versa?
Well, the elders love that I educate people, and
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the elders, and they're like living history, and
Hmm.
to connect people to them instead of just walking around, right? I mean, anybody
Hmm.
can walk
Hmm.
around by themselves, but when you get to meet the people that make it such a wonderful community, it's special.
Hmm.
And
I've got a couple of.
sorry,
That's
I was
okay.
just
Go ahead.
I was just going to say I make them lunch every once in a
Mm.
while, and I donate money towards the upkeep of the heritage buildings. Um, I'm on the Chinatown Advisory Committee, so I advise the mayor and city councilors with a number of other people in the community about how
Hmm.
to revitalize the neighborhood, how to take care of the neighborhood. And so all these things that I'm doing are contributing towards
Hmm.
the preservation and revitalization of the
Hmm.
neighborhood.
That's amazing. And in terms of the Chinatown heritage and the buildings, so am I right to understand that you have access
Yep.
to all these buildings and you can take the tourists into these buildings and give them tours?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Because I have a picture here
Yes.
and
That's
that
the
you sent
Moss
me. This
Society.
is what is this called?
This is the Moss Society. So a lot of these buildings are old. Like this
Yeah.
building dates back to 1921. And
Wow.
yeah, from the exterior, you would never know all the treasures that are inside. This
Mm.
this is like walking back in time
Mm.
with all the beautiful old photographs, the old furniture,
Mm.
the portrait of the ancestor and an ancestral altar. It's incredible.
Hmm.
And this is on the
It
top
is
floor.
incredible.
This is on the top floor of the tallest heritage building in Chinatown.
This is incredible. And then this is a picture of the elders. They're making the female elders. What are they making here?
They're making some lanterns for the
Ah,
100th anniversary banquet for the building. So that building just turned 100. It was
oh
completed
wow.
in 1925, and the organization's been around since 1918.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. And then I love this picture. And this is also, oh, it's going to show in just a second. Oh, there we are. This is the elders playing musical instruments, right?
Yes, and someone's singing. So this is in my clan society in Vancouver, and they're doing Cantonese opera.
Oh,
So there's
wow.
several music societies. And when I took the teacher and the 30 kids for a tour, I also took them in to watch the elders sing and play instruments for Cantonese opera, and they just loved it.
Gosh, that's incredible. And I heard you say your clan.
Yes.
And so this is what there's different, how many, do you happen to know how many clans there are in Chinatown?
There are 94 societies in Chinatown. Not all of them have buildings.
Right.
My clan society is the Lim Society. So my mother's maiden name is Lam,
Hmm.
and Lim, Lam, Lum, or Lin, all the same clan, just spelled differently in English, but it's the same character in Chinese.
Oh,
And
wow.
so if there's a lot of people from one clan, then they build a building. And in the old days, those buildings housed people. There are benevolent
Wow.
societies, so they take care of their people.
Wow. That's fascinating. I'm getting drawn in and I like totally want to know more. I'm starting to feel like if I was on one of your tours, it would just blow my mind. But I'm going to move on because I think you're going to end up giving away all your secrets. So so if anyone's watching this, you just got to book that tour because that's the first thing I'm going to do. If I take a cruise from Alaska, I know we're not coming this year, but if I come next year, I am definitely booking one of your tour because that is fascinating. I had no idea that was going on. And so for travelers on an Alaskan cruise, so how does exploring Chinatown help them connect overall with the cultural journey of their trip? So they've gone to Alaska, which is steeped in history, the Inuit Indians, and then they come back to Vancouver and they're doing more of the same
Yeah.
into the Chinatown history and stuff. How does that work? Like enrich their Alaskan cruise?
Well, it's people who are interested in history and culture, and people who want to know, the people that were they were the original ethnic group that helped build the cities across North America. They helped with infrastructure like railway building, and with the food supply, whether it was farms or working at canneries or in forestry.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Chinese have a long history in North America, and the people that started Chinatowns around the world came from southern China, and they were Cantonese speakers. They weren't Mandarin speakers. They came from a
Mm-hmm.
specific area, and they weren't treated well. So they have this common history of struggle, but ultimately success. And for people to connect with the history of Chinese people, that's
Mm-hmm.
um, it's really important to know about the Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
the Chinatowns, because they were the first before the mainlanders came, right?
Oh, wow. See, I did not know that either. That's crazy. So I've got a couple of pictures now, so let's bring it back to the tours. So um, what can people expect if they go on one of your food and culture tours? So I love these pictures that people enjoying cocktails and dumplings. This
So
looks
this is
lovely.
the dumpling hop and cocktails.
Uh-huh.
So this was a wonderful group, family members.
Hmm.
So different ages. People think that going to a bar is mostly for young people, but we don't get carried away. We just have one drink and dumplings. So every culture has a dumpling. And
Right.
so we go to 3 trendy places in Chinatown to try dumplings and cocktails. And then there's the masterclass dumpling making. And then I also do a tour plus dim sum, which is a lunchtime thing.
Uh, all right. Okay, brilliant. And then these walking tours, you say they're about 2 hours.
Yes.
And so does this include the Heritage Building and dumplings, or is it separate?
So this group here, it was a contest, and for the Automobile Association, and these people all won a dumpling making class.
Oh,
And
wow.
before we do the dumpling making class, we do a brief walk around the neighborhood. So that's about 1 hour, and then we make
Right.
dumplings. But if it was a regular tour, it would be 2 hours. If it was a
Okay.
tour in dim sum, it would be 2 hours plus the dim sum lunch. And for the
Right.
dumpling hop, we just go from place to place. And if people want to know about the history, I can tell them. But most people are focused on the different places I take them to. So there's Michelin restaurants in Chinatown. There's the best bar in Canada,
Wow.
plus a couple of other bars that are in the top 100 in North America. And then there's different kinds of ethnic dumplings.
Amazing. And then you do, I think I've heard you say earlier, you do these small private tour. Can it be help? And what's your, the biggest groups you can do?
Oh, it just depends. So like I said, I gave a field trip tour for 30 kids, and that was actually easy.
Oh.
I've got a lot of practice doing this stuff.
Oh,
and they're well behaved too, but
okay.
I'd say the largest group for
I
adults
think
would
we just I think the connection just went out there a little bit. My end, I didn't hear it, but I don't know about everybody else. Could have just been me. So the largest group, because you just did the 30 children.
right.
What's the
The
smallest
largest
amount?
group for
What's the
adults
smallest?
would be 20 to 25. I mean, I've done bigger groups during Vancouver Cocktail Week. I've done 25, but I have people assisting me for that. And they're all Chinese,
20
Canadian.
to 25. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm so sorry. I think it's the connection issues is with me.
Yeah. So there are certain festivals like Dine Out Vancouver, Vancouver Cocktail Week. There are special occasions where there are bigger groups, but they're all really successful because I have people assisting me. And these people are all extremely knowledgeable, speak multiple languages, know all about the food and the history too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, brilliant. So I'm just putting in the chat box here, 10% discount, use code CRUISE10 when booking a tour with Judy on her website. How's that? Thank you very much for the discount. Really appreciate that. And I would just say, I know how busy you get. And especially this time of year, it's almost the height of cruise season. So if anyone is interested in booking a tour with you, which I would book in a heartbeat if I was coming over to Canada, I would definitely get on it right now, because I love doing off the beaten track history and food and cocktails all wrapped up in one bundle. It sounds perfect to me.
So it could be mocktails too, right?
Yeah, exactly. If people don't drink, definitely get into the mocktails. I love it. Brilliant. Well, Judy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. People can find you on your website, and thank you very much for everything that you do. And I appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Judy.
Thanks,
Take care.
Melissa. You too.
Bye. Bye.